Breaking right now, the Dallas Cowboys have just been hit with another bombshell update, and this one changes everything. A new quarterback is suddenly in the conversation, and it's sending shockwaves through the organization and the fanbase. What does this mean for Dak Prescott, and why is this news surfacing now? Sources close to the situation say this move isn't random, it's strategic. Is Dallas preparing for insurance, leverage, or a full-on future shift at QB? One detail in this report has fans stunned, and once you hear it, you'll understand why this story is exploding across the NFL. Breaking news, Cowboys Nation, this is not a drill. Just when you thought things couldn't get any crazier around the Dallas Cowboys, another bombshell update drops. And trust me when I say this one is already shaking the fanbase, the locker room, and the future of this franchise. Social media is exploding, insiders are scrambling, and fans everywhere are asking the same question right now: what does this mean for the Dallas Cowboys going forward? Because today, we're talking about a major development that could completely change the direction of this team. A new quarterback conversation. A shocking front office decision. And once again, the Cowboys are right in the center of the NFL storm. Let's slow this down for a second, because this news didn't just come out of nowhere. For weeks now, there's been tension surrounding the Cowboys quarterback situation. Whether you're a Dak Prescott believer, a Dak critic, or someone stuck in the middle, one thing has been obvious all season long: uncertainty. And in the NFL, uncertainty at quarterback is the most dangerous thing you can have. Sources close to the organization are now confirming that Dallas has been actively evaluating new quarterback options behind the scenes. And no, this isn't just due diligence. This isn't a simple backup plan. This is something far more serious than the Cowboys are letting on publicly. The first thing that needs to be addressed is why this is happening now. Dallas didn't wake up one morning and randomly decide to explore a new QB. This comes after internal concerns about durability, playoff ceiling, contract leverage, and long-term cap flexibility. The Cowboys front office is looking at the future, and they are not convinced the current path guarantees championships. And that's the key word here: championships. This organization is tired of division titles without postseason success. They're tired of being regular season bullies and playoff disappointments. And ownership knows the window to win is not infinite. You've got elite defensive talent. You've got expensive stars on offense. And you've got pressure coming from every direction. That pressure has now resulted in what insiders are calling a quiet but aggressive quarterback evaluation process. Now here's where things get really interesting. The Cowboys are reportedly monitoring a new quarterback option that could either come via trade, free agency, or a surprise draft move. And before you jump to conclusions, this does not automatically mean Dak Prescott is gone tomorrow. But it does mean Dallas is preparing for scenarios that were once considered untouchable. Multiple league sources have stated that Dallas wants competition, leverage, and insurance, all three. Competition to push performance. Leverage for future contract negotiations. And insurance in case the worst-case scenario unfolds. And Cowboys fans know exactly what that worst-case scenario looks like: another early playoff exit, another season of what-ifs, and another year wasted. Let's talk about the quarterback angle specifically, because this is where emotions run high. Dak Prescott has been the face of this franchise for years. He's handled pressure, criticism, and expectations that most quarterbacks never experience. He's put up numbers. He's won games. But fair or not, the postseason results continue to define the conversation around him. And the Cowboys front office is fully aware of how divided the fanbase is. They hear the boos. They see the comments. They feel the tension. And while fans argue emotionally, the front office argues financially and strategically. That's why the idea of a new quarterback entering the picture isn't as crazy as it sounds. Reports indicate that Dallas has already evaluated multiple quarterback profiles: veterans with playoff experience, young developmental arms, and even high-upside athletic QBs who fit the modern NFL style. The goal is flexibility. If the offense stalls again when it matters most, Dallas wants options instead of excuses. And this is where the bombshell label comes in. Because just hours ago, a respected NFL insider hinted that Dallas may be closer to making a move than anyone realizes. The wording used was monitoring with intent. That phrase matters. Monitoring with intent means they're not just watching, they're planning. Now think about what this means for the locker room. Quarterbacks feel everything. They feel rumors before fans do. They feel shifts in tone. They feel silence from the front office. And once doubt enters the building, it changes dynamics fast. Players start wondering who their leader will be next season. Coaches start adjusting game plans. Agents start making calls. And suddenly, a team that looks stable from the outside becomes unpredictable internally. And unpredictability can either destroy a season or ignite something new. Another layer to this story that cannot be ignored is the coaching staff. The Cowboys' coaching situation has been under scrutiny all year. Play calling decisions, late game management, and postseason preparation have all been questioned. And when a front office starts evaluating quarterbacks, it often means they're evaluating the entire system. Because a new quarterback usually means a new offensive direction. And that brings us to the bigger picture. The Cowboys are at a crossroads. Do they double down on what they've been doing, or do they pivot towards something bold? Ownership knows that staying safe no longer satisfies the fanbase. Cowboys Nation wants results, not promises. And that's why this update matters so much. This isn't just about a quarterback. This is about identity. This is about whether the Cowboys want to remain comfortable contenders or become ruthless competitors. Now let's address the rumors directly, because there are already names floating around online. No official names have been confirmed yet, but league chatter suggests Dallas is interested in quarterbacks who can extend plays, threaten defenses with mobility, and protect the football under pressure. That tells us a lot about what the front office thinks is missing right now. They want adaptability. They want control in chaos. And they want someone who doesn't crumble when the lights get bright. And before anyone panics, remember this: exploring options does not equal disrespect. It equals preparation. The best franchises in the NFL are always thinking 2 steps ahead. And for the first time in a while, it feels like Dallas is finally doing that. But here's the part that might shock fans the most. This move could happen faster than expected. We're not talking about a 5-year plan. We're talking about immediate contingency planning. If certain performance benchmarks aren't met, if playoff expectations fall short again, Dallas could act quickly. That's what makes this update so explosive. Because Cowboys fans have been conditioned to expect patience. But patience may be running out. And let's be honest, the NFC isn't waiting for Dallas to figure things out. Teams are getting younger, faster, and smarter. The margin for error is shrinking every year. That's why this quarterback conversation isn't going away. Even if Dak starts next season, even if he plays well, even if the Cowboys win games, this shadow will remain until postseason success changes the narrative. And that pressure is real. Now imagine being a defender on this team. You're giving everything you have. You're holding teams under control. You're making plays. And yet, the season still ends the same way. At some point, frustration turns into urgency. That urgency is now being reflected at the top. And that's why this update is being described as a bombshell. Because it confirms what many fans suspected: the Cowboys are no longer content with almost. So where does this leave Cowboys Nation right now? It leaves you at a moment of truth. This could be the beginning of a bold new chapter. Or it could be the pressure needed to unlock the best version of the current roster. Either way, change is in the air, and ignoring it would be a mistake. The next few weeks and months are going to be critical. Every game, every decision, every press conference, every leaked report. And you better believe we'll be covering all of it. Because one thing is clear: the Dallas Cowboys are not standing still anymore. And whether you love it or hate it, this franchise is finally making noise when it matters most. So Cowboys Nation, I want to hear from you right now. How do you feel about this quarterback update? Do you think Dallas should explore a new QB, or should they fully commit to the current path? Is this smart planning or unnecessary drama? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is just getting started. If you're a real Cowboys fan and you want the latest breaking news, rumors, and updates before anyone else, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a moment. This story is developing fast, and trust me, this is not the last bombshell coming out of Dallas. Stay locked in.